9. And need a win tonight to avoid the dreaded 0-for-3 in the series to the Indiana Pacers, who won the first 2 games at Madison Square Garden by a total of 8 points. Will play the Western Conference champion, either the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's a look at the lineup. So Robinson will make the start, the first of the playoffs for him. His last start was mid-April against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kevin Harlan, coach Stan Van Gundy. How, as a coach, do you prepare your team for a game like this?
Well, look, these are some of the easiest games to prepare your teams for, Kevin, because it's all on the line right now. You can't go down 0-3. You know you have everybody's attention, and they are going to lock in to the details of preparation.
And I want to go back to the lineup change here for the New York Knicks. And I can only speak from a player's perspective, right? If I'm the Pacers and I see this, I think there's chum in the water. The Sharks should be circling. You're going to make a change like this late into the season in the Eastern Conference Finals. Coach Thibs is notorious for riding.
Rogers talking about Towns on top, Turner right there. Towns will fly into a couple and get it to go. His first basket tonight.
Towns, I think shot selection wasn't great on that last.
Towns goes it hard and gets it to go.
Again, another silly foul by Towns.
History with Casey Jones tied at 10.
Amazing.
There's a whistle.
It's going to be on Turner here second.
On Indiana, you're right.
Well, if you're Coach Thibodeau, Coach Van Gundy, how long do you leave Brunson over there? Oh, he's getting ready to check in now.
Words out of your mouth.
Has another challenge going down the stretch. Towns has his 3rd foul. Indiana's been great with their challenges in this series, and it has really, really helped them. We know game 1, like you just said, they don't
got an outside. Chuck and I prefer him to play inside, but look, you still got to be aggressive. You're down 0-2. Chuck said it before the game. We need desperation out of you. Things like this should never happen. 6-11 right here, right at the basket. You got to make this. You got to play with force. He's not playing well. And this shot right here.
What the hell is this?
This shot right here. We'd be fighting in the locker room right now. Right? We're down 0-2, and you're taking 35-footers, and this shot right here.
Turner and Towns. Shot clock at 3. They'll set up. Now doubled. All knocked away. Towns with the D and a whistle.
Boy, Towns.
I think Towns got away with his 5th.
Lucky.
Yeah.
He didn't pick up his 5th right here because Turner did the right thing with the pump fake. There's that no call on Towns. Gets him off his feet. Yeah, there's not a lot of contact there because there was a lot of space. If you're Miles, continue to do that.
Thanks, DJ.
Hart with a big offensive rebound. Towns will cash in with a 3.
That's the 2nd 3 we've seen tonight
on the shot clock.
Now, this is the Josh Hart we've seen throughout these
playoffs.
That is
exactly.
Offensive rebounding, getting it out, finding.
Even won't.
Wants to jab and shoot a 3.
Towns into Turner and across the lane with the spin.
Good move there by the big cat.
Now
on the backside.
From behind. What a pass. Towns into the cutting right. Timeout taken, Indiana. Here they come.
Effort and hard work is all that matters. Nice pass here by Towns. 14-4 run for the Knicks.
Play by Hart. McBride to Hart. Back to McBride. Trailing Towns by Turner and Hard to the hole. It is a 3-point game.
And in this, in all, the big cat off the dribble once again. There's the contact from the backside from Turner. What a bucket here. And 4th.
Turner, yep, 4th on Turner.
But again, and we've said it with Steele on the entry pass to Siakam, gets him out in transition. Indiana never able to get their defense.
Towns, quick 3, Turner there, count it.
Got it on locked right now.
1-point game after being down by 20.
In fact, it's been the worst 5-man lineup in the league in the playoffs.
Bridges double, Towns cutting, and jackhammers. And New York's got the lead. What a comeback.
How about the back cut there? Here's the three, little step back. Turner a little late, rotating out. What a finish here. And this crowd here.
What about these 27 ties? New York is led by as many as 5. Indiana is led by as many as 20. Hard charging Towns. And Bradley will get tangled up with them. With 5:46 to go in the game, taking a look at the upcoming playoff schedule.
He was on the bench in game 2 for a long stretch. And the Pacers extended that lead. All right, the hot hand here of Cat.
Towns 3. Good! What a shot!
Well, you talked about those being bad shots. He can knock those down.
He can make those.
A 20-point fourth quarter for All-Star Karl Anthony Towns of the Knicks.
About the big cat putting the Knicks on his shoulders, getting whatever he wants here. How about this step back three? The little back cut finish and one over Nembhard. How impressive is this? Over 2 Pacers. Step back three to put the Knicks.
Nembhard will fire. And closing quarters, a huge part of the New York Knicks win in this big game 3. They were down 2 games to none, losing both at home, but go on the road down by 20 and win, coming from behind 106-100. Reggie, you went back to this at the end of the second quarter, a 10-3 run by New York to close the second. They closed the third 7-2. They closed the game on an 8-2 run, and they hit their free throws. Let's go to Allie LaForce.
Well, Kat, how big is that weight that's been lifted off your shoulder after tonight?
I mean, anytime you can win, it's a good feeling. So, down 2-0, finding a way to win tonight should raise our confidence and raise the morale of the team.
Well, there was a stretch in game 2 where you didn't get minutes. How did you refocus mentally to be such a massive contributor in that fourth quarter with a 20-point quarter for yourself?
When I got a chance tonight, to do what I do in the fourth, I made sure I was going to seize the opportunity. And, I just wanted to go out there and give our team a chance to win. So, I'm just happy I was able to do that.
This was also the second time that the team went through a huge stretch without Brunson, and they put together an incredible winning performance. And what did you see from the entire unit with Brunson on the bench in both of those?
Grit and continuity. This team is special. That locker room is special. I think, for us to have the grittiness that we have, it's because of the characters and the personalities and the sacrifice everyone in that locker room is willing to make.
Thanks, Kat. We'll see you
Hey,
on
shout out to
Tuesday.
Dominicans, man, on Dominican Mother Day, man.
There you go. Good work, Kat.
New York wins it. I'm looking at you two guys and you're stunned. I'll begin with you, Stan. Quickly, some comments on what we saw on a 20-point come from behind 6-point New York Knick win.
Well, I thought the Knicks defense was great, and they made their run again, largely without Jalen Brunson. Now, he came back in and finished it, but they made that run on the back of Karl Anthony Towns.
And if you're Rick Carlisle,